Welcome to Rejoicing Heart Ministries. We hope everyone is having a great day. This is Donna Litwin here to encourage you with the Word of God. Today we have a teaching about the abundant blessings that Jesus has provided for you when you make Him your personal Lord and Savior. Today's reading is from Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 1 and 2. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, and to observe and to do all his commandments, which I have commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Today's teaching is called Abundant Blessings. This reading, which was written by Moses, starts out telling everyone, if they will hearken to, meaning if they will listen to and pay attention to the voice of the Lord, along with observing and doing all his commandments, which he commanded you to do, he will set you on high above all nations of the earth. Moses repeated this again in the next verse, saying that all the following blessings that he listed after this verse would come on you and overtake you if you give attention to and heed the voice of the Lord your God. The blessings that are spoken of here are written in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 3 through 13. A quick summary of these verses, starting in verse 3, says, you are blessed in the city and blessed in the field. Blessed will be the fruit of your body, the fruit of your ground, the fruit of your cattle, and the fruit of your flock. Blessed will be your basket and your store, and you are blessed when you come in and blessed when you go out. Verse 7 explains the blessing of protection, where your enemies will rise against you one way and will be defeated right in front of you, causing them to flee in 7 different ways. Verse 8 states that God will bless your storehouses and everything you set your hands to, along with the land he gave you. Verse 9 and 10 say that God will establish you a holy people unto himself, causing everyone to recognize that you are called by the name of the Lord, and they will fear you. Verse 11 and 12 say that God will make you plenteous in the fruit of your body, and the fruit of your cattle, and the fruit of your land, which he gave you, and he will open up his good treasure, the heavens, and give rain to the land in season, and bless all the work of your hands, enabling you to lend money to many nations, but you will not borrow. Verse 13 says that you will be the head and not the tail, and you will be above only and not beneath. After these blessing verses in Deuteronomy chapter 28, starting at verse 15, Moses wrote about the curses that will come upon you if you do not keep these commandments. Everything written here that God blesses you with will turn to curses if you do not listen to the voice of the Lord to do his commandments. Now, if you are not familiar with all the Old Testament commandments, there are 613 specific detailed laws that people were supposed to follow at that time. Everyone knows about the 10 commandments, but few people realize that there were many other commandments for us to follow besides the big 10. God gave these commandments or laws to us to make us realize how desperately we needed a Savior through these laws, showing us how it is impossible for anyone in the flesh to keep all his commandments. Jesus, who is the only human that has or ever will keep all the commandments, became our Savior by fulfilling all the commandments, becoming a perfect, selfless, sinless sacrifice for all of us. Jesus, our God, came here in the flesh to be a sacrifice for us by dying on a cross and rising to life again, so all of us could benefit from his accomplishment. Paul's letter to the Romans chapter 8 verse 17 says, and if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. Paul also wrote in Colossians chapter 2 verse 10 where it says, and ye are complete in him, which is the head of all principality and power. This verse says that you are complete in Jesus, which means that you are complete or equal to him, having all his benefits and blessings when you believe in him as your personal Lord and Savior. Acts chapter 2 verse 21 explains salvation through Jesus. Acts chapter 2 verse 21 says, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. The way you can call on the Lord is by what it says in Romans chapter 10 verse 9, that if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and shalt believe in thine heart that God has raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. Saved in this verse is so much more than just forgiveness of sins. The original Greek word for saved is sozo, and it encompasses forgiveness of sins, everlasting life with God, deliverance from all evil, perfect health right here, right now, on earth, and so much more. If knowing this salvation, or sozo, isn't enough for you to desire it, consider our reading today. It says that when you keep all the commandments of the Lord, you will be abundantly blessed, as explained in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Our reading says that you need to keep all of these commandments, but knowing that this is impossible for you to do, you need to put your faith in what Jesus has done. Jesus kept all these commandments for you when you are a believer in Him. Jesus kept all the commandments by living a perfect, sin-free life while here on earth. Since we are complete in Him and He kept all the law, we receive all these blessings because of Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Nothing comes through our own righteousness, but only through accepting Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior and believing it in your heart. The Apostle Paul confirms this in his letter to the Philippians, chapter 3, verse 9. And be found in Him, not having mine own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Christ, the righteousness which is of God by faith. When you realize this and receive Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior, you will have all these blessings upon you. Always remember, when these blessings do come upon you, there's nothing you personally did to receive them. They are a gift of God, as Paul told you in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God. Receive your free gift of abundant blessings today by accepting Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior and by truly believing it in your heart. Father, thank you for Jesus, our Lord and Savior. Thank you for everything He has provided us by dying on the cross and rising again. In Jesus' holy name, amen.
Thank you for listening to Rejoicing Heart today. If this teaching has blessed you, please consider becoming a monthly partner to help us increase the ways we are proclaiming the Word of God. This is easy to do. Just visit our website at rejoicingheart.net. We thank you for your support. We leave you with more encouragement from the Apostle Paul from Philippians chapter 4, verse 4. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice.